What's up everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. Today we're going to compare the DJI Osmo Mobile versus the Freevision Vilta M on iPhone, on Android. Let's go. Alright, so I've had both these gimbals for quite some time now. They're both fantastic gimbals and I highly recommend both of them. They're really good. Now DJI Osmo Mobile has been kind of like the king of the hill for quite some time. The tracking and all the modes are very smooth, very silky, at least on iOS. Android is still kind of like a mixed reaction, but here comes Freevision with this amazing gimbal, and their software is actually really good. Both of these gimbals are very affordable. The DJI Osmo Mobile right now, it's priced at $139, while the Freevision Vilta M is priced at $149. The build quality on both of them actually is a little bit different. The DJI Osmo Mobile opted for a little bit lighter weight material this time in contrast to the previous model, but the Freevision Vilta feels nice. Not bulky, but it feels like strong. So I really appreciate that. Both of them have amazing battery life options. The DJI Osmo Mobile is sitting at 15 hours, while the Freevision is advertising 17 hours. Now this may vary. If you're doing motion time lapses, of course the battery might vary. There are a ton of features on both the DJI Osmo Mobile and the Freevision Vilta M, but today we're gonna focus on three. We're gonna compare these guys on three different categories: stabilization, object tracking, and motion time-lapse. On iOS and Android, using an iPhone 10 and a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. So get comfortable, hope you enjoy. Now, both gimbals are doing a fantastic job as always. I do feel that the native camera app always adds an extra layer of convenience since it adds electronic image stabilization or digital image stabilization. The DJI Osmo Mobile does a fantastic job in stabilization without it. Anytime you're using the DJI Go app, the electronic image stabilization part of things gets turned off, while switching to the native camera app, you get that kind of like a little crop and everything stays in the frame. A lot of people keep asking me about this jitter situation, and it's going to continue to happen as long as verticality is a thing in play. If you're trying your best to stay within the horizontal motion instead of kind of like walking up and down and stuff like that, bending your knees or bringing in a skateboard to the mix, your jitters are going to decrease big time. Using the native camera app definitely helps soften some of them in my personal experience. But at the end of the day, that's up to you. Let me know in the comment section down below what type of techniques you use to smoothen out your videos and avoid jitters. I feel at the end of the day that both gimbals are fantastic smooth options. Whether you're walking down the street or running or doing things like that, they're gonna be pretty on par. It's pretty cool that there's a contender that actually can get super close to the performance of the DJI Osmo Mobile. When we're comparing the Vilta or the DJI Osmo versus Android, right, what's the difference in their camera quality? What's the difference in stabilization? I feel that the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus has a much better optical image stabilization system. Having said that, at times it could feel a little robotic, especially when you're using the front-facing camera. It gives you kind of like a weird face tracking effect. I'm not such a big fan, but I can see how some people might dig that. Also, I'm not a big fan of like the highly saturated colors on the Android side of things. It is a fantastic camera. It does have a lot of really good details. Small things here and there, a phenomenal phone, but I'm gonna have to side with the iPhone on this one. I'm a fan of a little bit more neutral colors, not so much saturated colors. But once again, I can see how a lot of people might like the vibrant colors. I think it's too much for me at times. Both the DJI Osmo Mobile and the Freevision Vilta M have fantastic object tracking solutions. I was testing in a very harsh situation where there was a lot of change in light, and I feel it did a really good job on both iOS versions. On Android, the performance has always been pretty interesting. It's very inconsistent. It's available, it works, it's great, but definitely on the iOS side of things, I feel the object tracking and the face tracking is just way better. Time lapses are one of my favorite things to do because you don't really see the world that way, and it's shocking, it's impactful. And both the DJI Osmo Mobile and the Freevision Vilta M have a standard time-lapse mode, but then they also include the motion time-lapse mode, which allows you on the DJI Osmo side of things to select a couple different points, up to 5 different points, where you can have the gimbal rotate from one point to the other. You also have the capabilities of selecting the intervals in which your phone is going to fire a shot, and then the duration. So the phone stitches everything together for you, and at the end you have a really nice clip of your time lapse. So I feel it's very convenient, very impactful, and it gives you the flexibility of uploading that thing right away. The Freevision Vilta M, on the other hand, kind of like steps up to the plate even higher. So on top of being able to select your point A, your point B, your point C, and have the gimbal rotate from one point to another, you can choose the interval, you can choose the duration in a similar fashion, but you can actually manually draw the path that you want the gimbal to follow when it's going from point A to point B. In this comparison, I actually went under. I did a little smiley, kind of like a little mouth smiley face. On iOS, both the Vilta M and the DJI Osmo Mobile performed incredibly. Having said that, for some reason on my Android phone, I kept trying and trying and trying multiple times. I had to delay this video a couple days just to keep trying. But for some reason on this mode, I was getting a really weird loss of quality on the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. I also included the clip just for the sake of transparency, so you guys see that I'm not trying to kind of like inflate or fake or anything like that. It just happened. I kept trying it. But I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any questions, suggestions, or your own tests. What are some of those things that you like about the DJI Osmo Mobile or the Freevision Vilta M? I love them both. They're fantastic. I'm actually using the Freevision Vilta more often than none since it has a higher payload capacity. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video. But let me know what you think. Like and subscribe if you found this video useful. And as always, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.